Hey Darren,
Okay, very good.
can you hear me? Can you hear me? Darren,
Can you hear me?
can you hear me?
No, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Okay. Sorry. It was like hit an update, so I had to, let that happen because they weren't letting me. I love you.
Okay, love you
I love
too. Love you too. Yeah, now I can.
Good. I'll be right back. I want to go say hi.
Dip, 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 dip.
I'm back, Darren. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say hi to you and check out because I wanted to see how the dad is because it's the one that had a stroke. So,
What?
my that's the my cousin outside is the one with the dad that had the stroke. So I just wanted to say hi.
Oh, is that, what's his name? Eric.
No, Sherry and Mark.
Okay.
You already know.
Excuse
Bless
me.
you. Did you say shoot me?
Mhm. No?
You think me and you perfect together? Darren. Darren.
What?
Do you think me and you are perfect together?
Yeah,
Why do you say that?
I love you.
Love you too. Why do you say that we're perfect together?
Because we like the same stuff. I can't believe he found. Those are some good games.
Well, I wish I could add my pro skating game again.
Yeah, I have.
I know you have it, but I want to play it again. That was fun.
If you ever come over, I'll let you play.
Yeah, I would like to. We can play it 2 players. It's fun 2 player.
No, I mean a new DualShock.
Oh,
I mean another DualShock.
you don't have one?
Yeah, no, I only have the one.
Yeah, but I can always bring one over. We have.
No, but I only. You have a DualShock?
Yes, we have a DualShock. Yeah, can't even say it right.
I need
Yes.
another controller. You could always bring yours over.
Yeah, we have one. It's not like the greatest, but it's worth it, and it still kind of works, so it's all good.
Yeah. I'm still wondering who the hell this person is. Like, I have no idea who the hell this person is.
Darren, what did I tell you? Just to let them come to you instead of you trying to figure it out the whole day.
Yeah.
Mr. Biscuit Sandwich.
I mean, let's go ahead and finish it. Finish this. Yeah.
Oh, all wrong. You always know what to say. You're like a mini bugger. That was brilliant.
How?
So funny because
Hold on. How though?
How? What?
It went off for no reason.
Do not ask me. I'm not a technology person. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I would be more good with like nationalities and stuff like that, like history and type deal.
it's a reference to the film, and it's just a great response to a stupid film. What video did you find that on? This is on a video of a guy filming his wife when she was drunk trying to make a grilled cheese sandwich. You find this? It's the random things that trend on YouTube.
Was this in the odds strip by any chance?
It was on the What to Watch. It was on what's trending on the day. So this was a very popular video on the day. When they went viral, and it was the day, and I just saw this.
Most likely on Ray William Johnson. We'll move on to gaming news. I hope everybody's got some news around them. I've got something. I'll be two things actually. I'm going to start off with because I'm pretty sure we may have all been mentioned. This one is going to be FIFA 15.
Yeah.
Released on September 22nd. So, already got a playable demo. I've pre-ordered that. Going to the big launch. Cannot wait.
Now you said to me that weeks ago you weren't going to get that on day one.
I did say that.
You okay? Why did you stop it, sir?
Just to mess with the thing a little bit.
Oh. Okay.
But then the demo came out and I really enjoyed it.
Like what's trending on the day. So this is a very popular video on the day. it went viral within course of a day, and I just saw this. I thought,
What's like on Ray William Johnson now? We'll move on to gaming news. I hope everybody's got some news around them. I've got something. I've got two things actually. I'm going to start off with, because I'm pretty sure Mike Alden was mentioning this one, is going to be FIFA 15.
yeah.
It's released on September 26th, so it'll probably be out by the next podcast. Maybe not, maybe around about the time. It's already got a playable demo. I've pre-ordered that. I'm going to the midnight launch. I cannot wait.
Now, you said to me a few minutes ago you weren't going to get it on day.
I'm just kind of curious. Remember that one video we played? The career mode thing? For the soccer game? FIFA 14? Come on. What would you, little booger?
Everything okay? Oh, just waiting on the camera. Ha!
Yeah, I'm still the only one who commented on this.
Well, he said it was,
That's weird.
you know what's funny?
You would think so.
Hey, Darren. If I go to prom in like a, never mind, you would probably kill me.
What?
No, if I go to prom like a, like an anime style dress, like cosplay, or yeah, cosplay dress.
Like the
what would you do?
Akatsuki thing or whatever.
Oh, like a cosplay dress, like an anime dress, like what animes wear, like
Just
not
don't make it like. Just don't make it like terribly low because you might get in trouble.
I'm not gonna show it like that. It's gonna be more like that like that
You know, like
dress.
the Sailor Moon type of dress thing.
Kind of like that deal. And then like, why?
No, I wouldn't mind that.
You wouldn't?
I wouldn't mind that. if you were doing that. Just like tell me what color you're thinking about, and I'll match it.
You
Yeah.
might keep it unless I looked hot in it. I know.
You always look hot in what you wear.
I know. And I'm just saying you don't care because I look hot in it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There you go. Derek, come of that.
I love you.
Love me too.
I didn't say that. But then, the demo came out and I really enjoyed it, and the hype's now starting to build. It's just kind of now. I think I said this working as well. I wasn't too fussed then.
Yeah.
Well, 4 weeks before it came out, I really wanted it.
What I like as well, you can borrow the bus on big I tried that big sure.
You know, Mourinho tactics. There's also an all-out attack on it as well.
Yeah, well, that was that. Yeah.
So before we all just really get into the because that's going to be. Mark, are you going to be buying it or interested in it or anything like that?
No, probably do want to get FIFA 14, which is I didn't pay any attention to it when it released, and then just bought it a couple of months afterwards. The thing is, with FIFA, you're never going to get it at a cut price. It's always going to be like £25 even pre-owned. But that's pretty much what I'm going to do. I haven't even played the demo, so I know that would only increase personal hype. But yeah, I'm just going to leave it because I'm actually going through the process of getting rid of a lot of my games at the moment. And what can I say? Share space.
And you get your groovy bastards for that.
Well, yeah, there's that as well. But no, I do generally like the look of it. I like the fact that it takes me because I've always been a fan of the stadiums that are in the game. I remember so I'm glad that they're 20.
I would like to. No, you know what?
Yeah,
I would like to.
I like playing against not the bad teams in the EPL, but you know the mid-table sides. I want to go in places.
I would like to play this game because I love me a good soccer game.
Soccer is my favorite sport. They're awesome games, and the sport as well. I know how to play soccer. It's fun.
State of life.
Yeah, I want to go to those places. Yeah.
I like now we've got really elastic where you grab the reins.
Oh, they're actually real referees in it now.
Yeah, they like got really pace something there for somebody.
I was speaking to Mr. Flynn, or Andrew, as we know him, I think this podcast, Andrew number 2 or 1, whichever. He brought up the point that he was finding it really easy to score outside the box on the demo. And I don't know whether that's a good thing or not.
A lot of people have been saying that. A lot of people complained in FIFA 14 how hard it was to score really long-range shots on 30 yards, 25-yard shots. And I have watched a few videos on YouTube where people like showcase.
Seriously.
To be honest, how long the game's been out for?
What?
People complaining over Olive Garden's breadsticks.
You know, I saw those. I saw that this morning.
Really?
I saw-
What is it about? The remake is part of a response by the chain parent company of Restaurant Inc. to nearly 100 pages by hedge funds.
No, I think it's because people are like ordering the breadsticks and not doing anything else.
Oh, you know what? And is that a big deal? Destiny, that's like an old pepper that's probably been there for like.
Who gives a crap?
She's eating it.
Holy like, who gives a crap?
So the breadsticks are delicious. So
Yeah, exactly.
they're very expensive. You know what I mean? I've been out of garden plenty of times. I'll be right back. Hold up. Destiny, we just ate a pepper on the table. Sorry, Destiny just ate a pepper that's sitting on the
For Wednesday, mainly sunny, high 68. Winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook. AM on AMHQ. Let's get you amped about today's weather. The biggest weather hour anywhere. What a gorgeous start. Weekday mornings on the Weather Channel.
Oh, that's funny.
Once a powerful Category 3 hurricane.
People are complaining about that.
You know why?
Yeah. Why?
People want to go to Olive Garden. Darren, Olive Garden is a very expensive restaurant. It can be like over $100 if so. So people are only going there for the breadsticks because they're not that expensive. So what they're saying is that they're gonna think about lowering the prices down because of that deal.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Because, and they also
Yeah,
have
I can understand that. Like, if you're going to a restaurant and if everything is so expensive except the one item,
ever
which
been to
item are you gonna order? That one item.
Have you even been to Olive Garden?
No, but I've heard about their food, and their food's pretty good.
It's delicious. Damn good food. We always go like in like holidays, like we will like order like we serve it's called when you call in for a table for family, like
Reserve, yeah.
okay. Well, we do that sometimes for like Thanksgiving. Is we get like a whole bunch of our family get together and we sit like this big huge giant table at Olive Garden, and they all chip in with money. And, we just get, like, a bunch of food and just, eat it and have a family day, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I can't wait. I don't know what we're going to do for Thanksgiving this year, but...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So, like, maybe they were going to order something without one or something.
Let's see something. Wait.
What are you looking for?
Okay. No.
What were you looking for?
Yeah. No.
So what? You take the breadsticks home.
Ghost Robo. Ghost Robo Super Smash. Ghost Robo Super Smash.
Oh, it's a good shit, man.
What is going on, guys and girls? It's Ghost Robo. Welcome to Super Smash Bros. Brawl with brothers. Of all games, this might be the most requested, and I have never done a single video on any of the Smash Bros. Games. So welcome to this momentous occasion as we get ready to do it out. We tried to record this before with my original disc, but it was showing up as unreal, even though there was no scratches. So we went out, got a new copy, and here we are ready to go. We have the names of the fighters down below so you can identify with your victor of choice. Let's pick our people. I choose Pikachu. Actually, I do choose Pikachu. I mean, random, just for the fun of it. Are you kidding me? No, I'm making the slow crawl up to the character select. You placed. Alright, are you gonna be Bowser? I'm gonna be Bowser, actually. That's right. Always be Bowser. I'm gonna be Bowser. Melee and stuff, I'm between all the characters. Yes. We're playing on Wii U, and so does that my save on Wii, that's why nothing is unlocked. Wii U has symbols and controllers. Yeah, what is it? I don't know what else to use on it. I don't know. I'm not used to it. Well, because we're used to playing a game controller. The hardest part is the up for jumping, right? But as long as you're using Y or something. Well, on Wii U, you have to use Wii modes for the classic controller. You can't even use the Wii Pro controller, which is weird. But anyways, let's go back. This is probably my most classic stage is definitely Hyrule Temple, but this is one of my favorite, favorites. You schmucks.
Yeah, but let me finish this real quick.
You could have just finished what up? The thing on the iPad or the thing on the computer?
Thing on my computer. Let me just finish it.
Yeah, how about you finish that up and then do whatever that is on the computer later on? Is that what you're looking for? Something to put on here after this?
Shut up!
Sorry.
Not you. Shut the up! Come on. Thank you. Jesus. No, it was you. It was not you. It was the charge thing again.
How many clips we probably get a little bit worried. Something else that worries me a little bit is they seem to have kept the crossing system from the World Cup game, which bothers me to no end because the crossing on that game was horrendous.
Is that the one where you have to be facing the direction of the cross? Because I can't remember.
It doesn't matter what you do. You won't beat your first man. The cross is pitiful.
So I remember there was this one team, I think it might have been South Africa, the World Cup, you had to, even though you'll be facing like towards the goal, obviously because you're running in that direction, but if you went to cross, it wouldn't like recognise you went crossing into the box and it would just kick it off into the stands. That was something that really annoyed me. I don't think they would make the same mistake to us.
I hope not. Crossing, I don't particularly always use the cross, but it's other options because sometimes you will play stupid matches, even offline, which I don't play for. there are really annoying games where you just can't score and you need to change things up. So that's what I want to. I don't want them to take out a whole feature because people playing Ultimate Team just cry and whinge how headers and crosses are overpowered.
Well, one thing I find that attractive is that so like when you clear the ball, they actually clear the ball more properly, because that's the thing what really annoys me on FIFA 14, where they wasn't clearing the ball away.
Well, let's go back on to more positive things of FIFA 15. One little touch that I noticed, absolutely loved it, guys, was they play 3-minute halves on the demo, which I hate because it just seems too quick. But when the ball goes out of play, the time doesn't stop, but instead it goes down to real time, counting real seconds. A little bit difficult to explain, so it'll go really fast. You get 3-minute halves. When the ball goes out of play, the timer doesn't stop. It doesn't stop still on whenever it went out, say 1914, and it'll still tick for every second. Just
because on that one, once it stops,
yeah. Little small feature, absolutely love it. Just one of those little things.
Does it at that time with the added time in?
I'm not sure.
Because that would be interesting, because that would mean that time wasting is now an actual option.
Yeah. Well, as I said, it's just like one little second. Well, the time wasting is not really the biggest deal, but yeah, it is another feature of football. Not as proudly looked upon, but it is another feature of football that maybe they should bring into it. I still think they should bring Gaia into it.
I'm playing the PS4 demo, but I'm waiting to play the Xbox One demo, so I'll see what the difference is. But, because I got on Xbox Live Marketplace, they were getting away from Motorsport, so I'm still in that, so it's taking a bit of time to install.
Well, I've got the FIFA 360 and the Xbox One. Overall, not a big difference except on the Xbox One. The animations on it are a hell of a lot smoother. The grass looks unbelievable when people down and look at it. But yeah, it seems the curl of the ball. Then you see how the ball curls.
Yeah, I know.
God's sakes. The ball can curl, man. Anyway, that's all I've really thought about FIFA 15. Is there anything else you guys want to chip in? FIFA 15?
I like now, it's not front-loading style, like the graphics, like, it just feels like you're playing the match in real life now. And they give you the starting line. Martin Tyler gives you the starting line before the match starts.
Alright, I never realized that. I always get skipping that stuff, to be honest. But, yeah, cool feature.
Do you not think like the goalkeeper saves are a lot more realistic as well?
Yeah, like I think on the demo there are a few issues because when you shoot, some of the balls go wide.
Right.
But like, yeah, the goalkeeper saves are a lot more realistic, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before we bore everyone with FIFA 15, I think it is about time we do move on. I've got a game written down here for gaming news that does sound pretty cool. It's called The Evil Within. Anyone heard of it?
No.
Multi-platform game. I can't remember when it comes out. I think it's mid-October. From the creators of Resident Evil.
Oh, wait, I think I might have heard of this.
Yeah, well, the guy that created Resident Evil says it's a lot harder to scare people now.
Yes, I've heard of this, yeah, it's a new horror, isn't it?
So
Yeah.
he's come up with a new survival horror game. You play some detective, and you're just trying to survive this adventure kind of thing filled with traps and monsters. And it's really strange. I've only got written down what I've read on Games website. Yeah, it's like, if anyone doesn't really recognize the name, you might recognize the picture. It's pretty much a brain with like barbed wire wrapped around it. Looks pretty sick, really. Yeah, that's The Evil Within. It looks pretty good. I'll probably buy it and play like 10 minutes of it before I just get scared. That's just me. Any other news, guys?
Yeah, I got that news. Resident Evil
Are you just getting all that now?
Yep.
Sometimes your phone is just so slow when it comes to getting notifications.
Mm-hmm.
And now it stops. Okay.
There's a Resident Evil Revelations 2 has been announced. I played Resident Evil Revelations. I thought it was fantastic. It sort of takes place between Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6. I thought it was really good.
So I just get scared and turn it off. That's just me. Any other news, guys?
Yeah, I got a bit of news. Resident Evil, there's a Resident Evil Revelations 2 has been announced. I played Resident Evil Revelations. I thought it was fantastic. It sort of takes place between Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6.
Do you like the Resident Evil games?
Yes, I love Resident Evil. I grew up with Resident
Okay.
Evil.
Does it freak you out?
There's some points yes, and some points no. It kind of matters because there's jump scares
Oh my god.
out at you.
Yeah. I thought it was really good.
One time I was in his room, and it was like really like a big room. It was like kind of like a hospital, but like more like little, so like clinic or something. And I was like in his room when I had this whole bunch of like beds and stuff, and then like I had to press like this like thing and open a curtain, and something came out and jumped at me. It was scary.
Revelations 2, you'll be playing as Claire Redfield, so it'll be the first game with Claire since Code Veronica, which is amazing. Like she's something like 31 years old now. But it's brilliant. The way I love Revelations, I love to bits. But the way that Capcom have gone about releasing the game is perhaps, and it's interesting that we were talking about dislike content. It's something similar. They're releasing the game as episodes, sort of like Telltale Games, The Walking Dead, which I'm not sure why they're doing that, because Revelations was released as a standalone title, and because Capcom always do this, they'll probably release it as a standalone, complete set, and they've actually said that they will release it as a complete season. After they've released it, they're all as episodes. And they're going to be like something, and they're going to be something ridiculous, like £12 an episode, probably even more. So I don't like that. Because the original Resident Evil Revelations was in episodes, but it was like chapters, old school like chapters. Yeah, like for one chapter you'll be playing as Chris, and then for the next one you'll play as Jill, and it would sort of like go in that sort of way. But this is just going to be straight up episode 1, in for it, complete it, pay for episode 2, play it, complete it, then cry when the whole season comes up because it's like cheaper. But yeah, I'm excited that they're releasing Resident Evil Revelations 2, excited for Claire Redfield to come back, but I don't like how Capcom is going about releasing the game.
It's probably one of those cash grabs, I think.
It is, and they're so terrible for it.
I was quite annoyed when I'd finished playing The Walking Dead Season 1, only to realise that they released it on a retail copy. Couldn't find it anywhere, so I thought it was just rules. Then I bought the last 2 episodes of Season 1. But I found it in the shop a couple of days later. So now I have 2 versions of The Walking Dead Season 1. Because I wanted the retail version. Yeah, I haven't played Revelations 1 Resident Evil. Played other.
I need to get that as well.
I think it was better on the 3DS than the ones.
I don't know. See, I did play on 3DS. Definitely, you can tell it's a port because the graphics aren't as they're good, but they're not as smooth. whatnot. But it's a good, if you're a Resident Evil fan, you'll probably love it because it's something new. Yeah.
Right, any more news?
Yeah. GTA 5 on next generation is being confirmed as a release date November the 18th and the PC January the 27th. Now, will I get it on next generation? I think I probably will because I want to see if there's any improvements to the game. Like graphics wise, I think it will feel very realistic on next generation. Did you ever complete that before? Like, yeah, yes, I did. That's good.
That's the game for GTA 5, right? So when are you going to get GTA 5? Or at least GTA 5?
I've been looking to pick up GTA 4 soon. It's only got £4 or £5. That's for Grand Theft Auto 5 and Paul Lane with the PS4. And I'm waiting for the corruption price. If you want it on PS3, I can send you my copy. It's one of the games that I'm going to need to get rid of. Get money for it. I suppose I could. Yeah. Maybe if you really want it, I have no problems to send it over. Alright, that felt the matter. I'll get to PS4. I'm not really in a rush for it, to be honest.
It's really difficult to gift anything. It always says you get money for it. To send him something for free, he'll have to send you something back.
I know. Give you like a penny for it. Okay.
It'll be paperclip and fresher.
Not much.
Anyway, so did you manage to get any gaming news? Last one?
Tiny bit. PlayStation 4 exclusive indie game. Supposed to be an indie game, or supposed to be exclusive, sorry. It's at Kill All Zombies, apparently. It's kind of like, if you've probably not played it, but there's a Steam game called Yet Another Zombie Defense. Yeah, it's kind of like that, but I think it will probably be a better looking game. It's like you're in a street, you've got to like kill all these zombies and that. It'll be like a multiplayer kind of game. But it looks kind of fun, probably like the same kind of graphics as like Dead Nation, something like that. So it'll be quite interesting.
Oh, that sounds alright, yeah.
Coming out, it says 2014, doesn't actually have an official release date yet, apparently.
If it was 2014, you would expect them to have a release date by now, wouldn't you? Only got a couple
Thanks
months
for that.
left.
Alright.
So, has anyone got any more gaming news? We'll move on.
No. Nope.
Okay. Because we have, guys, the bullshit story. Everyone's favourite non-gaming related segment of the show. But will it be forever? I don't think so, because there's some good series coming up soon, guys. Just you wait. So, bullshit story. As you guys know, I've been trying to run down some of the ones that I've got. We are stuck today with that part. Yeah, that's what we're going to. Don't worry, it's season 2. There'll be 3 brand new shows to choose from. I just wanted to get all 3 of these done. I didn't want any old bullshit stories coming over to the new series because that's such fresh. So yeah, I'm going to go find that book. There it is. So guys, are you ready for that part?
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, so there's a woman. She's out doing her garden. Just a normal day, brushing up, something like that. And she found a snake. So, I don't know what that says, so I don't really know if snakes are common. It might be Australia, there's like gum snakes and rat snakes are quite common. So I don't even know if she's scared of snakes, but she decided to take upon getting rid of it in a rather brutal fashion. So she got herself some petrol, poured it on the snake, and set it on fire. Oh, but you know, this snake was like, you know, you're going to do this to me, I'm going to get you back. So he got his payback. Managed to get himself into a brush pile, leaves or something. She must have brushed some leaves. So that went on fire. It ended up spreading to her house. Then our house burned down. So I say, well done, the snake.
Alright.
Even in death, he got his payback.
That's just common.
OMG. Karma.
I thought I was unbelievable.
Yeah.
So that was our last bullshit story. Quite common. So I don't even know if she's scared of snakes, but she decided to take upon getting rid of it in a rather brutal fashion. She got herself some petrol, poured it on the snake, and set it on fire. Oh, but you know, this snake was like, you know, if you're going to do this to me, I'm going to get you back. So he got his payback. Managed to get himself into a brush pile, weeds or something. She must be brushing some weeds. So that went on fire. And it ended up spreading to her house. Then our house burned down. So I say, well done, the snake.
No, right?
Even in death, he got his payback.
That's just common.
I thought I was unbelievable.
That's brilliant. Yeah.
So that was our last bullshit.
You know what I find unbelievable?
What?
How stupid was this woman?
Right?
I mean, yeah. And I even asked him that. Like, how stupid are these? How stupid are these people? I mean, the last one you have, a guy who exposes himself in a library. And then you have this woman who sets a snake, or tries to set a snake, on fire. You know?
Really?
And it ends up burning down her house. Apparently he got into like some leaves, and it ended up spreading to her house. That's just stupid.
Yeah, it is quite stupid. Now, who wants to be my man?
Hilarious, but really stupid.
Well, who wants to be my man?
What?
Who wants to be my man?
You? Me?
I love you.
Me?
I love you.
But like, how stupid?
Yes, I love you.
Like, I asked him, like, how stupid is this woman? Because you could just say, shoo. I'm pretty sure garden snakes aren't poisonous. What the hell?
I love you,
You know?
okay? I love you.
You know? I'm like, I love you too. But like, it baffles. Like every one of these is interesting to hear, but you know, it baffles me. You know?
Okay. And it does to me too, but like, people are just stupid like that.
Yeah.
I don't really think that. I always wait.
Like, I think the dog wants it. Scratch out the door. You can still keep playing.
Just a good snake.
He's probably got a snake hair for that.
snake helm, you'll look up, chuckle to himself, however snakes chuckle. It's like... So, we're going to move on to our second session of Comment What's. So you guys will see it up on the screen. I am actually going to be Ghost Marowak on this one.
Good name.
I think, Josh, you are Blueberry Muffin Fruit.
Yes, that's right.
And you guys were going to be A Victory Bus and A Victory Bus Timbers.
Yeah, I think Foot reads the first comment from Victoribus, and I'll read the second one. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, so Josh, when we ready.
I think you're retarded, like really. You worship a day. And what the heck is Cody? He's fuzzy, weasel is smart. And unlike you, as a brain, and real instincts. I think for breakfast, discover all the drugs you can find and put them in a blender. You need a physicologist. Cute fuzzy weasel is neither smart nor cute. He is a trolling agent sent to deter the activities of CODEA, the Call of Duty Enlightenment Army. Then ranks Goldust Commander, Intelligent COD fanboy. The DEA have devoted their efforts to enlightening the lesser gaming shrubs of Call of Duty's undeniable superiority and over-protection, discouraging gamers from playing inferior games. CODEA is affecting the salvation of the gaming industry. The preservation of style and purity.
Sorry, I have to I have to pause it because I don't want another thing. Last time, you know, when I had this on, and she was like, "What are you watching?" You know. You there? You there? That's really stupid.
That's 3 days from now. Stop it, Dorothy. Scaring all the knotheads.
How did I find that comet with my new telescope lens? Did it come this way?
Oh, it's here. But that comet ain't gonna come crashing into us.
How do you know that?
Because them cometographers, they don't know anything any more than all the rest of the scientists do.
That's not true, is it, Mom? Scientists know things. Well, of course they do, but in this case, they must agree with Lauren.
Yeah.
But it's in the paper, Dr. Mike. Well, that doesn't mean it's true, Myra. If there really were a comet set to collide with Earth, the astronomers would have known about it before today. But it says here that this Dr. Lancaster, sure it's coming. Well, I've never heard of Stowe's comet. Well, does the famous Dr. Lancaster have any scientific evidence to support his theory?
Get your soda. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Okay.
In case,
Sorry, I just have to pause it because I don't want another issue like yesterday.
What was yesterday?
You know, when she came in and she was wondering what I was doing.
Oh, yeah.
Who cares? You know, seriously, who cares? Because as long as I'm not, as long as they don't swear like every 5 minutes, it's
Right.
fine. You know.
Or thief something.
What?
You know, take something that's not yours.
What?
Stole something like you steal them.
Yeah, like you're. Although, who would post that on the video? You know what I mean?
No, I'm just saying, like,
I mean, the police must catch YouTubers.
Darren, I'm saying, like, at least you don't do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. And, you know, they're not cussing like. Well, this is different because they're like reading it off of YouTube. And YouTube people could be mean. YouTube people can be really mean.
Uh-huh. I knew that.
But I don't count this because it's like real stupid. You know, it's like real stupid. Real stupid things about games and you know.
Yeah.
Real stupid arguments. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? But still, I don't want her to like. What do you watch it? No, you know, I want. You know, I understand, like, if I was looking at, like, say, you know, porn or some...
Why do you always use that?
No, or some sort of sex thing, or some sort of, rap video, then, yeah, I would understand why she would, you know, be curious.
Right.
But this is nothing. You know what I mean?
Because she caught you doing that when you were...
No, she caught me doing Neo. And, you know, Neo is not terrible.
I'm saying, like, when you were young, you used to look up stuff like that, didn't you?
No, she used to... No, what she did was, like, she caught me, you know, looking up rap. You know what I mean? When I was young.
Doing what?
I think... She caught me looking up rap, you know what I mean?
Rap?
Yeah. When I was, like, young.
Mm.
So I'm like, yeah. So I'm like... That's why she instigated the whole 3 sites thing.
Mm.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I get it.
Which I would still be doing if they had, you know, well, I would probably add on YouTube because, you know what I mean, I'm older now. But I would still be doing it if they hadn't done that whole, oh, you must subscribe with your cable provider thing. That whole bullshit with cable provider thing is just crap. You know what I mean?
It's really stupid.
You think kids are gonna be like, oh, Mom and Dad, can I have your cable information so I can log into a site? No. Watch stuff. Yeah, you know, no. That's why I use like sites like watchcartoons.com or something like that.
Yeah.
Because other than a few pop-ups, it's free. You know, you don't have to give them anything.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, when I want to watch a cartoon, I do that instead of like, you know what I mean? You know, wasting Grandma and Grandpa's time trying to look for something. And she still thinks like when she's like when she sees a site that she doesn't recognize, she's like, "What are you doing on here? I thought I told you, you know." And I just ignore it because A, you know, everything doesn't stay the same. You know.
A lot of things change.
Yeah. B, you know, she should. I am 22 years old. You know what I mean? Give me some freedom.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying that she doesn't give me freedom, but like, you know, I'm older now. You know what I mean?
Hey, 22.
Yeah. Don't start breathing down my neck because you don't recognize the sign. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or because you don't like somebody. That whole thing with the Neo thing, that wasn't my fault. Initially.
Hmm.
I paused the video because you don't want him. He doesn't do it as much. You know what I mean? But you don't want him swearing like so terrible, like
Mhm.
what did he just all that stuff. You know?
Yeah.
And the whole watch what you post thing. That's another thing that irritated me.
Yeah, we had older people complaining.
That's another thing that irritated me. It's my life. I can post whatever the heck I want. You know?
Yes.
Which I have been. Because Grandma doesn't seem to give a crap. You know?
I know it's issues because other people complaining.
Yeah. If you don't like it, click on it for like 5 minutes. If you don't like it, don't watch it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it irritates me to no end. Because you know what? Because some of these people know me since I was little. I'm older now.
That's the problem, is because they think if you're still a little kid.
Yeah. So get off my back when it comes to this. You know?
And I've always had issues with that.
No, when I'm looking for a game, who cares if they cuss? I just want the gameplay. You know what I mean?
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The commentary, and stuff like that. I don't care. I honestly don't give a fuck. You know?
Right. And I know you don't care. But you do it anyway.
Because I'm not being disobedient or anything, but I'm 22 years old.
22 years old, you have a chance of getting drunk if you want to do it, not.
Heck, I have a chance to get laid if I want, but I'm not.
So how you think about it?
No, I'm waiting until I get married. That was just another example. You know what I mean?
And who do you want to get laid with?
You.
Cheap ball?
You.
Me?
Yeah. You.
I don't know.
But anyway, let's continue this.
Instrument of those wallet in the fist of Macedonia. Praise to the CODA.
Well, in that case, I'm happy with being a lesser gamer. Unlike you guys, I have a wide variety of games and game genres to choose from. Not just Call of Duty or first-person shooter games. Even my brother disagrees with what you say, and he likes Call of Duty. Sorry for this pointless reply. I'll be leaving now.
A lesser game is a lesser game.
This is comment wars. Like, I'm gonna say something after I comment on. Like some of these conversations, not these, but the ones that are on YouTube that I come across sometimes,
Yeah.
are just stupid. These are at least funny. You know what I mean? Because they're like them reading them in like funny voices. You know what? You know what? You remember Doof?
Yes, I do.
You remember that Doof Day Leader? Remember that whole thing about My Little Pony?
Yeah.
That was stupid because she was commenting to a cartoon character. It was probably the guy who created Phineas and Ferb doing the voice. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was the guy doing. It was the guy. It was one of the guys that was doing Phineas and Ferb that was doing the voice of Doofenshmirtz.
It was stupid.
And I remember, why don't you like Little Pony? It's the greatest thing to come from anime and bubble tea since anime and bubble tea. Yeah, and the mom was like, Maria Cavo, get off this comment and stay off of Google Chat. You know
the reason why it's stupid, right?
Yeah. At least with that one, it was a cartoon character.
Right. I like to do some...
Who gives a shit?
I like that. Those are funny.
I gotta check that honestly because I haven't checked it in a while.
Honestly, I think you should do it on here on days.
What?
Honestly, I think you should do some on here some days.
Yeah, because I'm like, because some days I'm like bored and can't like find anything to watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're funny.
Yeah.
They're really, really funny. I like it.
Yeah.
What was that one that you had on there one time? It was really funny.
But you know what I mean? Some of these things are just stupid.
Yeah.
Especially that one because it was like a cartoon character.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. Yeah.
That one, the character actually responds.
Mhm.
It's.
Remember the little cat?
Yeah. Do you still have that one? Do you still have that on your phone?
No, I won't be able to get it on here.
Shit.
That's what happens. We changed the phones because it was messing up. Now I can't get it, so. And am I gonna spend like $4-something on a game that's completely just nothing that much?
No, but the thing is hilarious.
No, I know that, but that's how much it is. To get the real thing, that's how much it is. I'm not paying that much for that.
To get the plush?
To get the cat, the talking cat, the one that you talked to and talked back or whatever you were saying.
Okay.
You remember that little cat? You were like,
No.
hey, and I'm like, hey.
Tom?
The time, yeah, it costs like $4 something to get it, and I'm not paying that much for a little cat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everything else is inferior to it. So games play inferior games. We have to only get the guilt for listening to taste.
So, yeah, like, Mark found this one on, what did you find it on?
Basically, there's this YouTuber called Cute Fuzzy Weasel who does a series called Feeding the Trolls, where people basically give him a troll and he reviews their videos and like makes fun of them. And there's the
Oh my god. I gotta look that up. Feeding the trolls.
Oh boy.
Feeding the trolls. I'll just go to this one because episode 62.
Yeah, I gotta eat. Let's see.
Season 3. Alright, got the skeleton ready? Yeah, guys, it's Cute Fuzzy Weasel, and I'm back. Oh, I've got a lot of work to do down here. My lights got covered in webbing by a very ambitious fucking spider. But anyway, yes, this is Cute Fuzzy Weasel, and it's time once again to feed the trolls. I'm not lying, it would have been impossible for me to do this show where I was. There just physically wasn't enough room for me to do it. Like, really, there wasn't a place to put the camera. But I'm here now, so let's go ahead and get started. Red Pill Philosophy in his video, some women like getting their asses beat. Some women like getting their asses beat. Are you sure you should be driving like that? I mean, I know in my vlogs I was driving, but I had a camera mount. It looks like you've got... Yeah, you're just holding your camera and you're wearing earphones and sunglasses. And that traffic around you doesn't exactly look light, so maybe you should put down this shit and do this when you're at home. You know, when you're not endangering public safety. Relief. It's true. The whole video is not going to be like this, right? You know, it's a fine line between rough sex and physical abuse, isn't it?
My bad.
Darren, why are you putting stuff on there like that?
Oh,
How
my
do you
bad.
get back to the stream and forget about whatever else you're looking for?
Sorry.
You might be 22 years old, but it doesn't exactly mean you need the limits. Your Matt's not talking about it too much, or listening to whatever else people say. So why don't you come back on the stream and forget whatever you're looking for, because if it's gonna say like that kind of stuff, don't even bother.
Way too short, and welcome to Feeding the Trolls. Now, before we start, I'd like to give a shout out to Millie M. Banshee, who has her own show called Paint by Music, and in a recent episode, she painted yours truly. Now, as a kind of thank you to her, I'll be linking to her channel below, and at the end of this video. And of course, we have a new honorary background. Anyway, this week's troll is probably one that I've been looking forward to the most. I actually wanted to go all the way back in 2011, but I got sidetracked by one thing or another, school, real life, fear loss, a whole manner of things. Now I've got time, and I finally found a good clip to do, so here is the one and only Glenn Beck. This network strives to bring you the truth. The stories and the angles not being covered in the mainstream media. Coming up next is Obama, a demonic reptilian shapeshifter from
Yeah, are we supposed to finish something?
Paranoid delusion still in the answer.
Oh my god.
Darren, you're dealing with someone that had experience and stuff like that.
No, not like I'm off the
No.
sex.
I know, but like I've had experience and stuff like that. It doesn't really faze me. Just please get back to the stream, okay? Okay?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah. You think about that when me and you actually really do it, okay?
Time to fade the trolls.
You gonna come back on, dude?
Weasel, welcome once again to Feeding the Trolls. As you can see, I'm still not using the green screen, but yeah, that's because I'm working. Don't worry, it'll come back. I paid $250 for that light setup and better get used again. So anyway, as some of you may have heard, the landmark Supreme Court decision went down 3 weeks ago. DOMA, Defense of Marriage Act, was struck down. Well, okay, part of DOMA was struck down.
Okay.
Can you come back, please?
No, I just wanted to see what this was.
The only time you should be thinking about is
This one,
the S word is when me and you really kind of do it one day.
No, I'm off that right now. I
No,
was.
saying the only time you should think about it is when that happens, okay?
I love you.
I love you too.
That was an accident. I wanted to see what it was.
there's a group called CODEA, who was mentioned in the comment. They're called the Call Enlightenment Army. And they're basically a bunch of Call of Duty fanboys who think every other game is inferior to Call of Duty.
That's something Darren would like.
Yeah, I want to actually look that one up.
What?
Feeding the Trolls, Call of Duty. Which one was it?
Time to feed the trolls. Guess what sucks today? Proper screen orientation. Hello, this is Cute Fuzzy Weasel, and it's time once again to feed the trolls. Now, I originally had another troll I wanted to do today, but given my last video, I figured the timing might be a little off. But not to worry, I found a good substitute. Our video this week comes from a user by the name of Intelligent Cod Fanboy. I'm only assuming the words are separate. It could be Intelligent Cod Fanboy, Intelligent Cod Fanboy, or Intelligent Cod. Why do I keep going? God, there's no A. Intelligent Cod Fanboy. So anyway, let's get started. Oh, wait, one more thing before we do. I gotta change this. Like it? A fan sent that in. I mean, I just think it's awesome. I think he got me pretty much down. You know, he's got my nice chiseled, well-groomed beard, and of course, my looks just couldn't be without my slim facial features and a hairline that's not receding early for someone my age. Okay, here we go. Oh my God! No, that can't possibly be a fucking accident. That has to be an intentional change to your video. And I gotta say, I mean, well done. Monkey Game Guy, Mario to Plumber, all the other trolls out there that I've done, music. This is the same damn track that's used in every AMV and every melodramatic video concocted by some teenagers going through that goth phase. You know what? Let's exchange it for something a little bit more appropriate. That's right. Except for the CryEngine and Unreal 4 and Unreal 3 and Intech 5. Intech 4, I think. Source. Certain modifications of the Quake engine can... Yeah, nothing grabs my attention more than go over there, shoot everyone in that building, and complete that objective. Now blow up this thing. Generate the V3. I think. Okay. No, the Call of Duty games, especially the newer ones that have come out, have some pretty cool stories. I'm not being a total troll, unlike this guy. So, I take it Half-Life 1, Quake 1, Quake 2, Quake 3, Deus Ex, Doom 2, Final Doom, As Wolfenstein, Hexen, Daikatana, Red Faction 2, Medal of Honor, Jesus, there's a lot of spiders around. Medal of Honor 2, and about 6,000 to 7,000 other games just didn't happen. Sure, okay, that's cool. Although, if we're going by that logic, then Call of Duty shouldn't exist. You see, the majority of the people who worked on Call of Duty were people who came from other companies who worked on other FPSs. So, if those other FPSs didn't exist, then those people probably wouldn't have found jobs. They wouldn't have gone on to work at Treyarch, and so Call of Duty wouldn't exist. And if Call of Duty didn't exist, well, no one would make videos about it. And if no one made videos about it, then you wouldn't exist. Wait a minute. If you don't exist, then that means this video doesn't exist. Which means I'm not actually sitting here making a video. Oh, good. I got other shit to do. So, that's wrong. Hey, that's a funny glitch and you know it. Yes, games have glitches, but yeah, no one. Looks like someone took it up the ass with a chainsaw, man. So, don't buy Call of Duty 3 then? Oh, snap! Settle down, confident boys. I'm only joking. Can you really have a real gaming experience? Isn't that kind of like an oxymoron? Oh, right. I'm sorry. Isn't that kind of like an oxymoron? And that was Intelligent God Fanboy. Or Intelligent Cop Fanboy. Intelligent Cop Fanboy. Intelligent. Anyway, if you have any trolls you'd like me to beat, list them in the comments below. This is Cute Fuzzy Weasel saying I'll see you with another beat with the trolls maybe in a couple of days. The next lot of them is going to be it's going to be a lot of parts. The guy's video that I'm doing is like 16 minutes long. Anyway, you guys stay classy. Intelligent Cop Fanboy. Intelligent Cop Fanboy. Intelligent.
You gonna come back, sir?
Yeah, this one. No, he was basically saying how. He was basically. This one's not bad.
Yeah.
He was basically saying how Call of Duty. This troll was basically saying how Call of Duty was bad and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
I'll play it for you later.
Alright, on the cam.
I'll send it. Yeah, I'll send it to you later. You know.
I'm just saying I have experience with that kind of stuff, so it's like I really.
No, it's not. It's not like.
But when it actually happens, oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I will. I will send that to you because I've. You know.
Yes.
That one's not. That one's not bad. That one is not bad. You know.
That is like the other one.
Now, hey, I was curious about what this guy did. I didn't know it would go that far.
That's what happens when you experience it, Dan.
Not the sex one. Feeding the trolls.
I'm so sorry. I just said this. Oh. I just said this.
They actually, they basically
I just love you.
crazy pseudo religion.
Well, guys, that was Comic Wars. Be sure to check out season 2 for
Yeah.
more Comic. Sure.
I love you.
Just
I love you too. I just love you. That's all.
another one of those series where I can't see it ending anytime soon because
You know
there's just
that,
so many things that never think.
You know I love you.
Anyway, moving on to my show of the week.
Oh yes, oh shit.
This time as the Game Buster mark because I somewhat put him on the spot last time we did it. So now he's going to give it a proper go. It's a time to prepare.
Yep. This week's bag of shit is Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. This is a terrible game. I love the films, so I bought the game.
Yeah. Movie licensed games, except the Harry Potter games, up to 7
What do you say that
are good. No, he's saying.
You talking about the Harry Potter, you don't like it because it's like Call of Duty with magic.
No, he's talking about. This one is about the Pirates games.
Okay.
Specifically at World's End.
I wish I was a pirate.
I'm saying movies based on games, besides the Harry Potter series, 1 through 6 were good, 7's bad. Movies based on games aren't normally good. You know?
Right.
I mean, games, reverse that, games based on movies.
That's true.
They're terrible.
Right, that's true. The only games I liked was Azkaban. That
What?
and
I played
Azkaban. I love that one.
I played Azkaban. I almost beat it.
Did you like it? I love that one.
Yeah, I almost beat it. I was on the final exam for the 3 spells. You know, Carpe Retractum, Draconicorns, and Draconicorns and Anicorns, and damn, what's that free spell? The freeze one. And I was on spell 2. You know, the Draconicorns and the Refrenicorns or whatever the hell it's called. And I just got stuck.
Yeah.
This was on my old computer. I can't ever get that game back because it's EA.
Oh.
EA
And you
is
have to
stupid.
stick into the code, and you don't like those. If I would, I would help you with that because I know how to
EA
do code.
is stupid.
Easy.
I mean,
Yeah, I know, but they have that with all the Sims and the other things. Sims is EA.
yeah, because the Sims I would understand because you have to But the Harry Potter games? Really? Really?
I didn't play Harry Potter on the computer ever in my life. Honestly, I didn't even know they had it on a computer because
The codes are stupid.
the only thing I kept an eye on was The Sims because it was so important to that to make some reason.
No, but let me tell you, the stupidest thing you could do, load a code onto a game to have it installed. That's the most stupidest piece of gaming software programming you could have ever do.
Right.
You know? I wish EA didn't do that. But it's with all their games. It's with all their games. It's with Harry Potter. It's with The Sims. It's probably with a bunch of other games.
Other games.
It's stupid.
Was someone just calling you? Cause I thought.
No. Grandpa just came in.
What did he say? Stop talking too loud.
No. Not anything. He just walked into his room.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
But this whole, this EA thing is stupid.
Yeah, well, let them talk to the EA company because I'm not the one who makes them.
Yeah.
But this one really takes the cake. You play most of the time. You play as Captain Jack Sparrow and the control. But this one really takes the cake. There's a series called Feeding the Trolls, where people basically give him a troll and he reviews their videos and makes fun of them. And there's a group called CODEA, who was mentioned in the comment. They're called the Cold Enlightenment Army. And they're basically a bunch of Call of Duty fanboys who think every other game is inferior to Call of Duty and will troll anyone who thinks otherwise. They basically worship the game. It's like a crazy pseudo-religion.
Well, guys, that was Comment Wars. Be sure to check out Season 2 for the core Comment Wars. I'm sure they're going to be just brilliant. This is another one of those series where I can't see it ending anytime soon because there's just so many idiots out there. Never think. Anyway, we're going to move on to my show of the week.
Oh yes, maybe shit.
This time as the Game Buster mark because someone put him on the spot last time he did it. So now he's going to get.
Let me get this. Let me get off, and we'll do it. We'll finish it tomorrow.
Yeah, because it's 7:41.
I didn't even realize that. I was just talking with dudes.
Sorry, I didn't kind of realize it either. I mean, why are you gonna get off at 8 o'clock?
To watch to at least try to watch the results show for Dancing with the Stars.
Right.
So I'm gonna get off cam with you, then wait for dinner, I guess.
You can stay on cam with me until you're done dinner. What time does it come on?
8 o'clock.
Oh, then get on cam with me.